You can't skip a grit or your product's gonna be so smooth. Welcome to Knocking on Wood. Most people hate sanding. I get it. I used to too. What's crazy is some people even skip sanding, or they have to it, and they wonder why their finish looks rough. If you take your time and you're patient with sanding, that's where the magic happens. It's where your project stops looking just like a random piece of wood and something you want to hang on to. Part 1, what sanding actually does. Sanding seems like nothing's happened. No cuts, no joints, no drama. But skipping or rushing through it, that's how a great build ends up looking half finished. The trick is knowing what you're doing and why at each grit stage. Each grit is a different tool. 80 grit is a demolition. It takes off material fast. 120 grit is cleanup, removes those first deep scratches. And 220 is the polish, smooths everything down and preps for finish. You can't skip a grit or your product's gonna be. Number 2, tactile awareness and grain direction. Use your hands as much as your eyes. Feel for rough spots, sand with the grain. It's not just about looks, it's about texture, touch, and connection. Don't forget your PPE, your eye protection, your mask, and ear protection if you need it. Also, I recommend you use a shop vac or a dust extractor with your sander. Not only is it good for your health, but it also protects your project. Otherwise, you'll be grinding your sawdust into your wood. It will also make your sander last longer because the pad doesn't overheat. Number 3, water popping, a beginner's secret weapon. Here's something I never learned when I started, water popping. You spray down the wood, after your final sanding, let it dry. The grain raises up and you knock it back down with 220 grit. Why? Because raised grain loves to ruin your finish later. This step makes your stain pop and your finish smoother. Sanding is the only step where you're not shaping the wood. You're listening to it, feeling it, making sure it doesn't talk back. Don't talk back. Part 4, tools and techniques. For flat panels, I use random orbit sanders. For curves and edges, I use sanding blocks and sanding sponges. For detail work, I use sanding sticks. They come in all different sizes. Make sure before you sand, you mark your board with a pencil, sand off your lines, and remark it before the next grit. Don't press too hard, let the grit do the work. And keep it moving, 1 inch per second. If you linger too long, you'll get swirl marks. Part 5, why it matters. The finish is only as good as the surface underneath. You can use the best oil, waxes, or stains in the world. But if the surface is scratchy and uneven, that's what people will see and feel. Wow, this feels so good. Sanding, like many things in woodworking, teaches you patience. It's quiet, repetitive, and certainly humbling. And maybe that's why I've grown to love it. I hope you've learned something today that will help you love sanding just a little bit more. I don't think I could get through sanding if I didn't listen to podcasts. What podcast should I create? What is your favorite part of sanding? Let us know in the comments. Give us a like and a subscribe. It really helps us out.